And good evening, everybody. My name is Lisa Janssen. I'm also known as Job Coach Germany. I hope you had a wonderful day and got to spend some time out in the sun. You beautiful miracles all around the globe. Tonight, I would like to use this opportunity to share a secret with you that, will probably help you with landing your dream job in Germany. So, process in a way like a plane that is taking off. Okay, so in the very beginning, the plane needs a lot of energy, a lot of fuel, and but once it's up there in the air and has reached a certain level, you can basically go on autopilot. Know where to start, and it just simply feels like you have so many different things to do. And let me just simply wave here to the people. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. And so it feels like there is so much to do with regards to finding out what the standards are in Germany to actually land your dream job here, and how to actually find the jobs that you can apply for, how to find jobs that you're actually qualified for, and all of these things. And I don't want to wait very long to share the secret with you guys. So the secret actually is to try to making the process of applying for a job fun. So this is the most important aspect of applying in general, whether you're applying for a job in Germany or whether you're applying for a job anywhere else. You need to try to make this entire process fun, because if you don't, the recruiter and the person that is reading your application can feel and read that you're probably desperate or annoyed or angry or whatever you're feeling, and they don't want to continue reading. Obviously, they can see whether you've gone the extra mile. The readers can see and read and understand whether you actually feel comfortable with applying for that particular job or not, and whether you have put in the extra of effort in researching about the company. So, where is the fun in this entire application process? You've probably never thought about that, have you? You've probably never thought about, okay, how can I design that process in a way that it's actually fun, that I enjoy this process, and that not that I am afraid of opening my calendar, of opening my email account, of opening my folder on my computer to look into the previous applications, or in your little spreadsheet where you have the overview of all your applications. So let me tell you from my perspective, having worked in HR for so many years, I know the other side, of course. I know how the recruiting people are working and how what is happening in the background, which is why when I am applying for a job, for example, and I get rejections or I don't get any emails at all, I don't care. It doesn't really matter to me. Not because I don't need a job, but it's just because I know what's going on, and that it has nothing to do with me or my person, my value, or with anything that you can think of. Sorry. um Still recovering a little bit from my quarantine, but I'm all right now, so that's fine. So what I'm saying about this entire application process being fun, I want you to think about, where is your creativity? So, and with regards to creativity, I'm not just talking about the design section of your application. Of course, you can, if you are really into designing and colors and all of these things, have fun with that. Play a little bit around. You don't have to have an application that's just black and white, where you're just writing your sentences with black letters on a white sheet of paper in a table styled CV or resume, for example. You can play around. Nowadays, we can be very creative. Nowadays, we can use a lot of different designs. And there, if you're not that creative, there are so many free tools out there and so many free templates out there that you can use. So, free templates, for example, can be found on Karrierebibel. Yeah, so it's like kind of like a career Bible, but in German, Karrierebibel. websites where you can find templates and modern versions as well. Or also a very, very cool tool that I love to use is Canva. So Canva is normally out there. You can use that for free, but be very careful here because most of the designs and templates that are out there with Canva are very, they were prepared by designers, but those designers don't really know how the standards look like with regards to applying for a job. So the resume is probably missing a couple of aspects, and you want to make sure that you are adjusting those templates, especially for the German labor market, okay? Because the German labor market is somehow specific. We want to have different things. You want to include your signature, you want to include the date when you applied, all of these things, right? So if you've had a look at one of the previous videos where I'm talking about the standards of CVs, if you haven't had the chance, go to my YouTube channel, check it out. But you just want to make sure that you're actually adjusting those templates that are modern design to the German standard. Okay, so that's obviously a side hint, a side secret maybe to landing a job in Germany using these things. But what I wanted to say, you can be very creative. So if you really like to play around with colors, feel free to use a modern design and find out what the colors are that maybe are aligned with your personal preferences. Yeah, so sometimes we're using colors and they really tell the recruiter who you are as a person because those are your favorite colors. Yeah, so you will probably find some sort of lilac or pink in my application. Or you could even be more precise with that. Another little secret. I didn't expect myself to talk about so many secrets tonight, but let's just write them all down, right? So another thing could be that you dive into the corporate identity of the company and that you find out what the colors of the company are, and then you are adjusting your application documents according to the company colors. That's really, really cool because it has a psychological effect on the reader, because the reader will think, oh, I think I've seen these colors before. Or maybe they don't even think, but their subconscious will have the antennas out there and feel like, oh, it feels comfortable, it feels similar, it feels like I know it already. I don't know where I know it from, but and then this is what happens actually. So this is where I would encourage you to get out your creativity, and that could be already a lot of fun playing around with colors. But what I want to recommend to you with regards to your creativity and the application process is actually the solutions that you are searching. Okay, so finding new ways, finding new ideas on actually how to find jobs, on how to network, on how to present yourself in job application, job interviews, how to present yourself in your job application, in your cover letter, in your CV. So that's actually what I want you to be creative with a lot more. Okay, so this could be a lot of fun, like changing up the process a little bit. Then obviously I want to know, where is your nosy, excited little child, the child that you've been when you were a child? So interested, nosy, interested, excited, and just really looking for fun and games, right? So where is your inner child that wants to play? Try to implement that in the entire job application process. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Nobody forces you to apply for a job in Germany, right? It is you who has decided to actually land a job in Germany. It is you who has decided, I want to come to Germany, I want to live in Germany, I want to get a job in Germany. So nobody's forcing you, right? So you have chosen this path, right? So why are you dragging yourself? Why are you dragging yourself along this process? So this entire time when this plane is trying to take off, you are trying to make this process of taking off as crappy as possible. And I don't know why, because this part can actually be very fun. And once you get to that point where you have reached the height that you want to reach, this level, it's It's just easier because you can go on autopilot. And this part here, which always sometimes looks like a marathon when your plane is taking off, this is where the problem always lies, because that is inconsistency. Okay, so inconsistency with regards to searching for a job, with regards to sending out applications, with regards to taking breaks, with regards to doing self-care along the process. So you need to be consistent with all of these things in order to get to that height that you've defined previously. Yeah, so and this height could be, for example, so this height is not landing the job. This height would be, I'm sending out 3 applications a week, I'm sending out 5 applications a week, or whatever defined goal, whatever defined height you have. Okay, and then obviously once you're landing, that's when you land your job in Germany. Okay, does that make sense now? Okay, so what I'm talking about with regards to this consistency is, you have chosen that path and you need to get out of your comfort zone, right? So, and with getting out of your comfort zone, it doesn't always mean that you have to push yourself really hard. It just means to get out there and get creative and find new alternatives, find new ways of how to apply. Because obviously every recruiter that is reading your CV, that is reading your application, will see whether you have had fun along the way, whether you have had fun with, okay, let's find out what kind of really cool application, or what kind of really cool companies out there that is searching for a person with my expertise. And let's really have fun on how to create and write these sentences, writing these phrases on your cover letter that actually makes the recruiter excited as well, because they can feel your energy. They can feel whether you were excited when you were reading that. Obviously, I want to read it a lot more, the cover letter, if somebody writes, "You have set my soul on fire," yeah, or something like that. You can be very creative with that, and you want to make sure that you put this excitement into the first paragraph. Yeah, you can put that in the first paragraph or in your little intention part of your CV, of your resume. That's something that I want you to think about, because the recruiter will definitely be able to read whether it is some sort of fun that you're having along the way when taking off with your plane, or whether it's forced, whether you have to write it. Yeah, because who told you that you have to land your dream job in Germany? It is you. Nobody else. Nobody else has told you that, right? It is you. You've made up your mind. It's your mission. It's your why. And maybe you can let me know in the comments why you want to have a job in Germany. That would be very interesting for me to read. But that's basically what I want you to know, and that's the secret. The secret is to design this application process to have fun and enjoy this process. Yeah, be creative. And also, what is really, really fun about applying is that you learn a lot about yourself. You learn about your strengths, you learn about your weaknesses, because you're preparing all of that. You learn about your values, you learn about the company values, because this is something that we don't learn in school, right? But all of these things, when we're learning new stuff, this is what children do, right? When we're younger, this is what excites us. Oh, we learn something new every day. Today I learned how to walk or how to crawl. The other day I learned how to speak. All of these things. And this is how you are supposed to take a look at your application process. And that's the secret. The secret in landing your job anywhere is having fun, because the energy will be seen, will be read by the recruiters, the hiring managers, whoever takes a look at your application documents. They will be able to see whether you had fun when you were applying or whether you were desperate. Yeah. And that's what makes the difference. That's the secret. So, no, I want you to go out there and send this video to all of your friends who are in the middle of applying for a job. yeah, share it with everybody. This secret needs to be spread out there. Okay, so thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful evening. This was a short live, and I will see you tomorrow, because tomorrow I have a very special guest again. It is Eres Agam. He was here last week already, but this week is even more cool because we're talking about how you can use LinkedIn to increase your job chances in Germany from his perspective, because he is really he's an immigrant. He came to Germany in 2016, and he has gone through this process and has applied for jobs, and he knows exactly how he built his network on LinkedIn, and he will share his insights on what a really cool CV or resume is supposed to look like. So tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. again. I'll see you again then. Thank you and have a good night. Bye bye.